Hey guys, my name is Julie. This is my granddaughter Adelina,
Hi.
and I'm here today to talk to you about the best laser to date that I found. It was really hard to find. I really had to do a lot of research. It took me a few weeks, if not a few months, to find. Part of the reason is I still had these spots on my legs. Now, I had been tanning since I was 14, probably once a week. I went to a tanning salon in Pittsburgh when I started out. My mom's friend from high school actually owned the tanning salon. So I went there. It was walkable. It was easy to get to. And, at that time, tanning was a big thing. I'm 52, so it's not like now where everybody talks about sunscreen. We were talking about suntan oil back then. But now I see the effects of it because all these little brown spots are coming out everywhere. And it's really hard to get rid of unless you do laser. So, the lotions, I've tried them all. None of them work. They might lighten a teeny bit, but they're not going to take away this kind of spots. The spots that I had were darker. They were all over the place. So I did do the two treatments I talked about in my earlier videos. The one that burned the the areas that were brown, and then it took 6 weeks to actually fall off and heal, and itchy as can be. And then the other one was the IPL, which actually did lighten them a lot. It made it so it wasn't quite as bad. But I knew that I couldn't keep on going to Phoenix. It took an hour to get there, an hour back, and an hour and a half to do the treatment. So 3.5 hours of my life that you can't get back that I would have to do once a month, and I dreaded it. I really don't even like going to Phoenix, I'll be honest. But the problem is not only do you have the time, the gas, but you also have the cost of the laser. I'm helping this lady go on trips and just to be able to get back to normal again. So I figured I better find an at-home laser. It would take a little longer to do what the other clinical lasers do, but I mean, at least it's cheaper. I have it forever. The only difference is like you have to replace the heads after a certain amount of time, but there's so many uses. Every time you click, it goes down a number. But honestly, there's so many clicks. If you're the only one using it, you're not going to run out. So I've been doing the DPL, which is actually for lightening of the dark spots. But this laser actually came with two other heads. There's a BBL, which gets rid of the lines on your face, and you could do it other places, I'm sure. But and then the other one is NIR, which actually builds collagen. So now I'm starting to use that a little bit too to get like the jaw lines and underneath my neck and stuff like that. So hopefully that'll help because that's where I'm seeing the most aging. But this DPL for the spots is amazing. I am really starting to see a lot of them go away completely, and the ones that are still there are so light. It's just amazing, night and day from when I started. It has been a long process. This was not an expensive laser at all. It was a couple $100, but that's nothing compared to what you would pay if you were to do this years and years in a spa. It's very easy. You have to put
She's putting the sunglasses on because it shows a bright light. Also, I wanted to show you these sunglasses that she gave me. What are these? Why do they fold? I'm so confused. Do any of you guys have these? Because, what is this?
They fold in half. It's pretty cool. But you do have to wear the sunglasses because this light
Now I'd be looking like the FBI.
this will actually blind you. So the first thing you want to do is you want to press the button in. It turns it on. You have to push it in for a little while. It turns it on. And you'll see that there's this little line here. That's the first
You also
first
have
setting.
to have it plugged in for it to work.
Yes, that's true. You press it again, it goes to the second setting. Now, if you're going to do your face, you're going to do a 1 or a 2. You definitely want to start out with a 1 to make sure that your skin can handle it. And then if you go up to 3, that would be more for like a body part, like not your face, but like your arms, your legs. And so this one is actually the NIR. This is actually going to be for the building of the collagen. So, I do it on my neck and these facial folds. So, that's where I like to do that because that's where I have the most aging. You hold it in and press it to shut it off. And it takes a little while to cool down. You'll hear it still go on for a little while. And then it shuts off. And then you can unplug it. Now, when you turn it on, you'll also see this number going across. It's a pretty huge number, actually. And that's how many times you can click before you have to replace the cartridge.
9.
Yeah, there's a lot. So, I mean, you're not going to run out if you're the only one using it. I have definitely seen a difference in the spotting turning, like I said, lighter, and the spots going away completely in a lot of areas actually now. I've been using this for probably a month and a half maybe. And now I started an IR for a little bit to try to get rid of some of this jowl lines and build the collagen in places that on my face are starting to show the most age. Your neck shows age a lot. Your hands, your jowl lines, those are definitely places that you want to do that. Now I haven't used this for more than a couple of days yet, so I can't really say how good that part is. And I haven't used the other one for the lines at all because that wasn't a big concern. I still do Dysport and filler here and there, depending. But it's pretty simple. They also include basically like these little Q-tips that you can clean out the heads and make sure that they stay clean. And it's really simple. It's just a couple of minutes, depending on what areas you're doing. If you're doing your face, it's really quick. And I mean, you can do it every few days, a couple times a week. And definitely, I've seen the best results very quickly, especially with this one to lighten skin. I don't know why it was so hard to find something that would actually lighten the skin because most of the things that I was finding, it would come up with IPL. But then when I would look up IPL, it would say it was for hair removal. I didn't see anything that was actually for pigmentation. It was very difficult to find at-home product. This is amazing. This has done better in the short time that I've had it because I can use it more often than running and going to the med spa and trying to get this all done so many miles away. It was just like taking away all my time, all my free time. I don't want to spend my off days doing stuff like this. So I mean, to do it myself is so much easier. And like I said, it's a one-time cost. There's so many clicks on here that I'm never going to have to replace these. I don't believe. I mean, my issue should be gone as far as the spotting, at least. I don't know about, how old I'll live to be to know if the clicks on here are good for the other ones for the anti-aging, but definitely the spots from what I've seen should be gone before I ever have to replace this head. So it is amazing. I love this product. And the best part about this is that I also got a survey from this company and they said, if I filled out, I think it was like 6 questions, it was so short. It was so like not time consuming at all. I would get a free IPL that would actually take away the hair. So it was to remove hair for your legs and things. But that was worth $260, and they gave it to me absolutely free for answering just a few questions. I didn't have to give them any information really except for my address to send it to, and I got it. I already got it, and it's just like this. It looks exactly the same. It's just a different color, but it is so amazing. I love this product. I am so happy with this laser. This has been almost to me like clinical results with an at-home product, and it's just amazing. I can't speak loud enough the volumes about how great this product is. Definitely, this was a hard product to find, but if you have any kind of spots, no, it doesn't work on like moles that you're born with and stuff like that. As far as I've seen, it doesn't really change the color on that, but like the sunspots, it does help. It really, really helps. So I would highly recommend this. I have never been this happy about a product in my life. Anyhow, thank you guys for watching. It's a really great product.
Bye.